Today, I'm in Washington, D.C. to see and eat my way through our nation's capital. From the iconic Exorcist stairs in Georgetown to the landmarks along the National Mall, I'll be trekking through as much of DC as I can during my 2-day trip to see just how much I can get done in that short period of time. I'll be using rideshare scooters to get around the city quickly, and I've pre-booked everything that requires a ticket so that way there's no time wasted waiting in lines. Without further ado, let's get into day one, starting at the National Mall. Typically, you'd start your tour of the National Mall at the Jefferson Monument, which we did, but I didn't film it, so this video is going to be starting at the Roosevelt Monument. You can find quotes that speak to World War II and the Great Depression, and this area of the monument really made you feel like you were there living it. You can also find a statue of Roosevelt himself with his dog and his wife Eleanor. Up next, we've got the MLK Monument, but we're going to be saving that one for nighttime, and instead we went straight to the Korean War Memorial because this is my favorite on the entire National Mall. The centerpiece of this memorial is a squad of 19 soldiers that appear to be on patrol. There's also a massive granite wall behind me to remember all the men and women that served, and pro tip, make sure you visit this one at night. Up next, we've got the Lincoln Memorial, where we grabbed a quick photo and then hit the Lincoln Reflecting Pool to check out this statue outside of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial before we headed to the Washington Monument. On the way to the Washington Monument, I realized we were going to run into the World War II Memorial, so we stopped there, but the fountains weren't working. So we hopped back on the line bike and we continued our journey. Hey, that's me, and I touched the monument, so we're on to the National Museum of Natural History. This museum is massive, so I'm going to be doing a more detailed video. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. But for now, I'm just going to showcase my favorite part of the museum, Fossil Hall. Fossil Hall is home to some amazing fossil exhibits, such as this American mastodon and a T-Rex eating a triceratops. Some other notable exhibits are the Diplodocus and raptor, this amazing saber-toothed cat, this giant ground sloth that I didn't even know existed, tons of marine animals and birds, and of course an in-house research team that is uncovering fossils right in front of you. Outside of Fossil Hall, there's all kinds of things to uncover at this museum, so I highly recommend you check it out, and the food at the cafeteria ain't half bad. From the Natural History Museum, we headed over to the National Archives to see the Declaration of Independence. Now, you can't film in this building, but I thought it was weird that there was a Medusa head on the front door. Now, the White House is only a few steps away from the National Archives, so we stopped by to say hello, and then we headed over to Ford's Theater to see where Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. This is the actual gun that was used, this is the theater it happened in, the booth he was sitting in, and this is the building he was carried to and eventually died in. Now, all that history's got me awfully hungry, so it's time to get my first half smoke. I know I'm supposed to be at Ben's Chili Bowl to get the half smoke. I get it. I read it online. Wasn't gonna go over there in a lime bike, so I got a half smoke off of a street cart. I'm gonna eat it. It's amazing. Classic chili cheese dog, to be honest with you. But DC half smoke, I'll rate it. Let me get one more. I know I got cheese all over my face. I love it. I love where I'm at. I'm on vacation. I'm gonna give this a 8.2. There we go. Cheers. Okay, that was super good, but I'm still hungry, so I made my way over to the DC Wharf, and now we're gonna get our hands on some fresh oysters.
Hey boss, I'm gonna do 3 oysters.
This is my first time ever ordering oysters by myself, so I really had no clue what I was doing. I saw a bunch of different toppings, so I just put all of them on, and honestly, it turned out for the best. All right, I literally have no clue what I'm doing. I just put everything I could onto the oysters. Class. Thought I wouldn't like them. Absolutely slaps. That hot sauce is kicking though. Fresh oysters from the DC Wharf Fish Market. Love it, love it. Normally I'd give an oyster sub 5 grade. This one's gonna go with, man, that's like a 9.1. 9.1 on the oysters, crushed it, later. And after those 3 little oysters, I was still hungry, so we hit District Donut for the only creme brulee donut I've ever seen. I'm gonna go with the creme brulee. We're still at the donut shop. I got the donut. This thing was literally sizzling. I feel like it's gonna be hot. It's kind of hot. Bro, can you see that glaze? Okay, all right. It's hot, and there's a crunch. It's so good. First of all, it's super soft, and then glazed like Krispy Kreme would be glazed, but then it's like really hard creme brulee vanilla flavor type. Either way, I'm gonna rate this one probably like a 8.8. I'm going with an 8.8. There's got to be better donuts out there than this, but this is definitely top tier. After District Donut, we checked out Pearl Street and the rest of the wharf and simply enjoyed the sunset on the District Pier so that we can get ready for a big day tomorrow. I'll see you guys next time.